because I'm a fury. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Because I'm a fury here with some game talk. And a couple hours removed from the PlayStation Showcase for PS5, I gotta say, the price, $500, is to be expected. But the $400 for the discless one, that's unexpected. And I factor it into the fact that the Type S, the Series X, is so low. So this is whole Sony strategy. Look, for $100 more, you get still the power of a next gen and discless at that. So this is our deal here. So I see perfectly what they doing. $100 more, you get 10 teraflops, you get this. I don't even know if the spec people care. But as long as they hear, oh, I get the same high-end series without the disc. For PS5, I get the same power, just discless, for $100 more than the Series S. Okay, I'll do it. Some people are gonna go for that. Some people aren't. Get in where you fit in. My problem with the presentation was the way the games were running. Miles Morales had inexcusable frame rate issues, and that's PS5. And then Final Fantasy 16, which I know a lot of people who are big into Final Fantasy are going to love this game. Me, I think what I saw of it, if it plays like 15, God help us all. But that's just my opinion. Final Fantasy 16 exclusive console release on PS5, but coming to the PC. So whatever way you want to dance around it and call it, well, it's exclusive. Whatever Sony fanboys like to use. Because they don't keep that same energy for Microsoft. But anyway, back to this presentation here. It's like this. Final Fantasy 16, great, for the Final Fantasy fans. Special edition available at launch of Devil May Cry 5, where you get to play as Virgil, because it's becoming a thing with the Devil May Cry ones. It looks like it's going to be good. That don't look like that didn't stutter. Now, hear me on this one. Devil May Cry 5 running during the video did not stutter. Buttery smooth frame rates. Okay? Miles Morales, lag. Go back and look at it. And it ain't hating. It's fact. We are in the next gen. This is a first party game. I don't want to hear no goddamn excuses about the performance. We should be running game. I've been saying it for a long time. This is the performance era. We can only do so much with the graphical fidelity. It don't look that much different. I don't give a damn what any of you say. Anything I've seen for the next gen out and doesn't look that different from the current gen. But this is an opportunity for games to run at a better level. And what I've seen from Miles Morales, gameplay-wise, more the same. But people are like, well, Spider-Man. Why are you getting happy over it? Oh, because you get to play as Miles Morales? It's no different. But his power and his moveset, his special attacks, because he has special abilities that Peter Parker don't have. That was to be expected. But I guess the story should be good. Hopefully it's good. But the biggest thing I enjoyed of the presentation was the fact that God of War sequel is coming next year. Probably the end of next year, but nonetheless next year. That's what I can be happy about. That's the only thing I can be happy about. There was no dates for Ratchet & Clank. Because, it's funny that people, oh my God, Ratchet & Clank. We got no dates for any of these games. So stop saying, oh, well, the promise of this and that coming out. We don't know when they're coming out. We don't know how they're going to look. Look at Miles Morales. Close to launch date on November 12th. And you can see the frame rate issues. Oh, I thought it was running at 60 frames per second. Oh, you saw early build. I'm waiting for all the goddamn excuses. Because like I said, I am a gamer. Keep that same energy running across the map for all of these consoles. Okay? Keep that same energy. If from what I've seen, there's no excuse for that. Miles Morales running poorly. All right? But people were like, oh my God, it's such a cinematic film. I'm looking at Young, yeah. That's all. Sony knows their fan base. They know their fan base indeed. It's all about the cinematic experience. But we keep getting the same stagnant gameplay. And when I say stagnant, I don't mean terrible. I'm just saying it just doesn't move. Stagnant. Still water. Stagnant. And what stagnant water does, because it's not flowing, it rots. Okay? And that's what's going on with the gameplay with me. Otherwise, that was actually really good showing overall. With the fact that, let's take away the fact that there was no release dates definitive for any of the consoles. We got good pricing, competitive pricing to me, because believe it or not, they taking massive L's on them consoles. Them consoles are worth more than what they selling for, like a good amount more. And I think Microsoft has forced their hand to drop the prices to a competitive level. That's just me. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, but look at the tech, solid state drive. All that's expensive. Like, case in point, Microsoft are only using special drives that are sanctioned for the Series X, right? And those cost a pretty penny because SSD technology is not cheap. So I don't want to hear none of you console fanboys, Microsoft, Sony side. I don't want to hear none of you complain about this, because if you know your specs, you will understand that. You will understand and be appreciative that they are putting the console out and they're taking L's on these consoles to bring you the best home experience for the most affordable price, given the technology inside of the console. But no. You know, because I like to play on Sony console, I'm going to yell at everything Microsoft do. But when it comes to my console, I'm going to justify it. Look at the whole presentation about all the PS4 games that's going to be available on PlayStation Plus at launch of PS5. What do you think that's a response for? Or to? A response to. It's a response to Game Pass. I'm telling you, Sony's going there. Y'all don't want to believe it, but the evidence is right there in front of your blind eyes. They're going there. They are going there. So, my thing is, Microsoft Game Pass is their bread and butter. Sony's exclusives are their bread and butter, because they exclusives, and they going beyond just first party exclusives. They really trying to lock down games. You know, they trying to lock down games. Sony like, look, if you want to play this game on the console, this is the only place you're gonna do it. People gonna be like, okay, I'm going to PC. Well, we got that covered too. Well, they don't have it covered. That's the difference. You notice the difference? Sony can get third-party exclusives to their consoles, but once those are going to PC, they don't have no stake in that. They have no stake in that. Whereas y'all can yell at Microsoft all you want, who's a PC-first company that went into console developing back in the PS2 time, and then now their games are coming out on multi-platforms, and you told me there's no reason to buy it. Most of you MFers ain't got no damn PC that will run those games in the first place, all right? So don't even try that. And now, because Horizon Zero Dawn did so well on PC, they are releasing more. So go ahead. I'm waiting for it. Go ahead and tell me, well, they're going to come out on the PC at a later time, so they still technically exclusive. Shut up. Y'all make up any excuses. And I'm a PlayStation fan, but I cannot be a fanboy that just justifies stuff because I prefer one console or other. Because I don't prefer one console over another. I prefer experiences. And what Sony can't give me, Microsoft can, and vice versa, and Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo in there, because you can only, if I want to play Smash Brothers, which I fucking hate that game, excuse my language, which I I hate it because it to me it's overhyped. I don't get the mystique of it. Never got the mystique of it. My friends were playing the first one on N64 when we go over to when I went over to their house, smoke pot and whatever back in the day when I was in my 20s. And I never got the mystique of the game. I've always been pressing forward. Not because I don't like gaming past. It's because I'm not going to hold myself to just one style of gaming, one era of gaming. Nintendo, grown-ass men who play Nintendo over anything else and put it on a pedestal above anything else have never expanded their gaming horizons because they like where they're at. Now, when you like where you're at and you just like where you're at, you're fine. But when you out here trying to compare sales to the other consoles and it's doing so well and stuff, and you talking like that, OJ, you are annoying as all hell with that nonsense. There's something for all these companies to offer you, and guess what? Y'all over here fighting a war that is pointless. Sony's doing their own thing that's worked for them. Microsoft is finally found their footing and is doing their thing that they like for them. And if you don't like it, tough. But a lot of you ponies hold Microsoft to Sony's standard. And this is where your hypocrisy comes in. Because what's going to happen now? Like I was saying, they making them little steps. It's happening right in front of your blind eyes. They are moving in that direction. It's going to be a service. Sony games are going to be available on PC and console as a service. Why do you think the Azure technology from Microsoft was implemented? And is being implemented as we speak, but they just rolling out things slowly because it ain't ready yet. They didn't even show you the user interface yet. That's the one thing I thought would be available here, the UI. Nothing. We ain't see nothing on the UI. Can the damn thing run? Or the PS5? We got the price, which is all good. We see games, and no, Final Fantasy 16 was running on a PC, and they said projected for how it's going to perform. So with the combat I seen in Final Fantasy 16, say what you want about it, because 15 was dog shit, and it looked like it's taking that style. The frame rate has to be on point with games like that. It really do. Look at Devil May Cry 5, case in point, special edition, dropping at launch. Not console exclusive, so it will be available on Xbox Series X too. So don't worry, Microsoft. Don't worry, bots. Y'all got it. You're gonna get it too. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, just get a PlayStation 5. Discless one. If you like, I don't know. Maybe I don't like to sound like how can I say, I'm jocking your pockets, but if you are into gaming and you're limiting yourself to just one style of gaming, and then when your competitor comes out, you want to put that style of gaming onto the competitor, you got a serious mental problem. It just doesn't work like that to me. I'm sorry. A lot of you just come off sometimes as just blithering fanboys. Like, stop it. They all have their style. Get in where you fit in and shut the fuck up. That's how I feel about it. You can get mad, scratch your ass and get glad. But don't sit here trying to push the style and presentation of one console onto the other. You like that one over that one? Whoop-de-fucking-do. You like their set of games over the other? Whoop-de-fucking-do. But the juvenile levels of mudslinging I see from the ponies is just on some pathetic shit. It is. And you know what's sad? A lot of you motherfuckers do it just for views. And when you shut off your video, you go and play on a PC probably, or an Xbox also. So get out of my goddamn face with this nonsense. Because you're being disingenuous for a bunch of incels that you're catering to. And not all fanboys are incels, but they go hand in hand. Like combat. Fuck out of here, man. Anyway, before I fly off the deep end, because I was trying to start this video off as clean as possible, but you motherfuckers make me angry with your nonsense. Your nonsense. And I'm not even the richest man, but a lot of you come off with broke man gaming aspirations. And why I say that is because you're forcing everything. You're trying to force everything onto a console. You really are. You really out here thinking that console can compete with PC when PC is limitless. Like, seriously. It's all about what you put your money into. You seen Henry Cavill build that PC? That thing about $5,000. That's about $5,000 right there. And I know we all don't have $5,000 laying around. My thing is that you can't tell a person who runs a $5,000 or even a $2,800 PC that your console runs better than them when they show you the specs and it's been proven. All you're going to bring up is 4K. And when did 4K started really mattering to people? When 4K TVs started becoming affordable. But guess what? A lot of those 4K TVs aren't even true 4K. You want to pay for some real 4K? Sony got you on that one. You're going to be paying $1,000 to $8,000. $1,000 to get your toes wet. $8,000 to really maximize off of that. Whereas you don't really have to worry that much about that on PC. So yeah, I ain't even delusional enough to be out here like, you know what? This console runs better than PC. No, I prefer playing on the console over PC, but I know better. And a lot of you don't know better. And I ain't even some sort of authority. I got, 525 subs? Why you think I ain't even put up a video about it or do a live stream? Because they will copyright claim you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Unless you bringing in subs and views and all this other and ad revenue, YouTube will let you kill somebody. Or say racial slurs. And just give you a pop on the wrist, PewDiePie. So, anyway, like I'm saying, the whole thing, in a couple of months, they're coming out. Get what you want. Play with it like you play with yourselves. Anyway, all jokes and all vitriol aside, get in where you fit in, but stop fighting with one another over it. It's dumb. If a person prefer this, it's their style of playing. Did you get mad at your mom? Did you go insult your mother and father when they was like, what the hell is this gameplay? Well, back in my day, it was just Pac-Man. This shit is just too complex for me. Did you insult your own mama? No, because she would probably backhand you like Guile did in Street Fighter 2. You know better. But a lot of you are keyboard thugs. So you like to get really, aggressive with people online, because you know it's about 1 in a billion chance you're going to meet them in real life. But you're going to catch that fade sooner or later. Fucking fanboys. Anyway, because I'm a Fury, I'm out. Peace.